Have you ever pressed your face against a cool window and looked outside? It's like an invisible wall that keeps the weather out, but lets the sunshine in. But how can something be so strong and solid, yet completely see-through? Today, we are going on a journey to a glass factory to uncover the amazing secret. We will see how they use one of the softest materials on Earth, sand, and turn it into the hard, clear glass for your window. Get ready to see how this everyday magic is made. Welcome to Goalie's Pip Academy. So, let's start at the very beginning. If we're going to make glass, we need the main ingredient. And guess what? You've probably touched it before at the beach or in a sandbox. It's sand. But wait a second. Sand is soft and grainy and yellow or brown. And glass is hard and smooth and clear. How in the world do we get from one to the other? It seems impossible, like turning water into rock. Well, my friends, it's not magic. It's science. And it all starts with a super hot party. You see, deep inside a glass factory, there is a very special giant oven called a furnace. This furnace is so hot, it can melt solid rock. Imagine the hottest thing you can think of, the sun. This furnace is almost as hot as the surface of the sun. We take a whole lot of this special sand, and we pour it into the furnace. But we don't just use sand. We mix in a few other things, like something called soda ash and limestone. The soda ash helps the sand melt at a slightly lower temperature, and the limestone makes the glass strong and sturdy. Okay, are you ready for the amazing part? Let's take a peek inside that furnace. The sand and its helper friends get so hot that they turn into a glowing, orange, bubbling liquid. It looks like a river of fire or hot lava. This isn't sand anymore. It has transformed. Quiz time! All right, Pip Academy explorers, let's see what you know. True or false? Glass is made by melting sand in a very hot furnace. What do you think? True or false? The answer is true. Absolutely true. Yeah! That super hot furnace is the secret to the magical transformation. You are so smart.
Hey, you're watching Goalie's Pip Academy, where we teach about science, geography, history, everything about the whole world. If you want to watch these classes with no ads, no distractions, go to getgoalie.com.
So, now we have this incredible glowing orange liquid called molten glass. Molten is just a fancy science word for melted, but it's a thick, glowing liquid, and we need a flat, perfectly smooth sheet for a window. How do we do that? We can't just pour it into a pan like a cake. This part is like the coolest, most amazing trick you will ever see. The glass makers have a brilliant idea. They take this glowing orange molten glass and they float it. But what do they float it on? Not on water and not on air. They float it on a special pool of molten metal. It's usually a metal called tin. Because the molten glass is lighter than the molten metal, it doesn't sink. It just floats on top, like a raft on a lake. And because the metal bath is perfectly flat and smooth, the glass spreads out all by itself into a perfectly flat sheet. How cool is that? The glass just floats, and as it moves along this long pool of metal, it starts to cool down. It goes from glowing orange to red to a warm yellow, and finally it becomes a clear, solid ribbon of glass. Quiz time! Let's try another one. What do we call the hot liquid sand mixture before it becomes solid glass? Is it A, glass soup, B, molten glass, C, hot juice, D, sticky water? Do you know the answer? It's B, molten glass. Yeah! You're becoming a glass expert. Now our glass is flat and it's clear. But why is it clear? Why can we see right through it? Let's think about other solids for a second. A piece of wood is solid, but you can't see through it. A brick is solid, but you can't see through it. So what's so special about glass? It all comes down to what it's made of. Remember our friend sand? Sand is made of tiny, tiny bits. When the sand is in its solid, grainy form, the light from the sun hits all those little grains and edges and gets scattered everywhere. It's like trying to look through a pile of Lego bricks. You can't see what's on the other side. But when we melt the sand in that super hot furnace, all those tiny, messy bits get jumbled up. And then, as the molten glass cools down, they settle into a very, very organized structure. They line up in a pattern that is so smooth and so even that light can pass right through it without getting scattered. Now we have our long, clear, flat ribbon of glass. It gets cut into perfect sheets with a satisfying snap. But before it becomes your window, it gets a special checkup to make sure it's perfectly clear and strong. Quiz time! Final quiz. Why can we see through glass? A. It's very thin. B. It has colorful layers. C. Its pieces are organized. D. It's made from white sand. The answer is C. Its pieces are organized. Great job! You are a glass-making master. So, let's think about our journey. We started with soft, grainy sand. We melted it into a glowing river of molten glass. We floated it on a bath of liquid metal to make it perfectly flat. We learned how light zips right through its special structure, and finally, we cut it into a perfect sheet. The next time you look out a window, I want you to remember something amazing. You are looking through a sheet of solid, clear material that started its life as a pile of sand. You are not just looking outside, you are looking at a piece of science and a piece of everyday magic. Thanks for exploring with me. Until next time, keep looking closely, because the whole world is full of amazing stories, just like the story of glass.
My mind is blown! Where can I learn more about these videos? Oh yeah, GetGoalie.com. There's no ads, there's no junk, just cool stuff for kids and a dedicated tablet. Check it out, GetGoalie.com.